Dhanush. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of SoSouth Reacts. This is Maruti Acharya,
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
and today we are going to react to the trailer of Raayan, Dhanush's most awaited upcoming movie, starring Dhanush, Sundeep Kishan, Prakash Raj, Suryah, lot of them.
Many people. It seems like there's a lot of scope for characters in this. It's not just a hero worshipping film.
Yes, and the movie is directed by Dhanush, music by A.R. Rahman, and movie is produced by Kalanidhi Maran, that is Sun Pictures. And the official trailer will be on Sun Pictures YouTube channel, so please do check the official trailer as well. But Dhanush is not new as in the director's chair because we have already seen Pa Pandi, Power Pandi before, and I personally like that movie. So I'm very excited to see what it is. And the posters, everything looks very interesting.
Right.
So without delaying, let's get to the trailer first and see what it is. So, Paklam. Intense. Pudepette, Vada, Chennai mixed vibes. Oh, music is really good.
Oh,
It's just Surya.
I like that look, bro.
Sober.
Yeah.
Oh, intense. Oh, Sun never disappoints with their production value. Oh,
Dhanush never disappoints with his performance.
definitely. Is it
Rahman
just that
never
one look?
disappoints
Yeah.
with the music.
Oh. அதுதான் சொன்னான். Siblings or friends sir?
Feel like siblings. Ryan is the elder brother.
Even this was a very short trailer, bro. I wanted more. It was very good.
But the good thing is we don't have to wait a long time
Correct.
for this. It's just next week.
Next week.
10
Correct.
days. 10 days for the film. And my God, wow.
My God, what an
Hoo, hoo,
amazing
hoo.
trailer, guys. I must really admit that the trailer is really good. Bro, I think Dhanush is our generation's Kamal Hassan. Why? Because the reason why I quoted that it's not about the acting comparison, because in general, I don't prefer comparing actors, performance comparison, who is better, because everybody have their own this thing.
Mm.
But the reason why I said that for Dhanush is because he's most versatile. Irrespective of the box office collections, he wants to try different cinema, different genres. He tries doing different. If you look at his recent filmography, last movie Captain Miller, different. Before Captain Miller, it was Vati, different. Before that, it was a psychological thriller. It was a Selvaraghavan movie. That's the genre. Nane Varve. Before that, it's a family drama, Tiruchitrambalam. So if you take the last 4 or 5 movies only, he has shown so much variance.
Grey Man.
Yeah, Hollywood. So
Atrangire.
he doesn't think about language. He doesn't think about the genre. He loves cinema. He's a director. He's a technician. He's a singer. So he's a craftsman also. He's into the craft, not just as an actor. First, the best thing that I liked about, I'm too excited, I want to say, Dhanush, A.R. Rahman, all the things that we've mentioned while we were watching is already there. But the way the action is choreographed, I feel it has a very unique touch. I like the way action scenes, especially in the trailer, I like the way the action is designed. And oh my God, Suryah, I can't just stop talking about him. Oh, I am a huge fan of Suryah. And this variation also looks, it's not serious. It's not.
Bro, it's so fun. It's so fresh to see S.J. Suryah like this, especially after
Brilliant
watching him in Indian 2. And like, oh wow, I love that he is so, sober. Like you said, without any gold, without, this S.J. Suryah role doesn't seem like it is for his comic timing, but it is only for his acting.
Yeah. He has done like that movies, bro. I'll suggest you some. But he's
But
mostly
no,
famous. Like
lately it has been only most of the
yeah,
roles has been that, no, with
yeah.
the comic touch, even if be it in a negative shade, be it in a positive shade.
But he's one of the few actors who can pull it off. The thing
Sure.
is, serious role is there, but the reason why, like, I'm just telling what I feel because
Yeah, defend him. Go on. We love you, S.J. Surya.
my hairstyle is inspired
I'm
from S.J.
saying
Surya,
I
but
just
not.
loved seeing you in this.
Yes.
And I mean, everybody in the, even Prakash Raj seems to have a lot of meat in his role. And it seems like a very uh, Asuran,
Vada
but
Chennai.
younger.
You didn't watch Vada Chennai,
I
no?
watched Vada Chennai.
Oh, yeah.
Vada Chennai, without all that, Vada Chennai is again very broad with the characters
Correct.
and
The
everything coming
world.
together, the world, the whole living
Yes.
situation, so many stories going on.
Yeah.
But here it seems like
Presenting the new range of KFC rolls at just 99.
Dhanush and
Raayan.
what seems to be Ryan's brothers.
Family and the feud.
Yeah. It seems like that is the whole
core.
crux, the core of the story. And around this will be the whole
Yeah.
film. And my God, does it look good.
Yes.
And again, I'm a big sucker for gore. And from the likes of it, the color templates, the framing, everything, it seems like it is going to be a kick-ass action film. And I'm all for it.
Definitely. So, what I personally felt while watching this trailer is Dhanush is brother of Selvaraghavan. He has worked in Selvaraghavan. That one shot reminded me a lot of Pudupete. Two, he worked in Vetrimaran's movie. So, I feel he picked up the best parts of both the directors.
Okay.
Like, the wackiness, the not wackiness exactly. You get the point, right? The Selvaraghavan-ness is also visible in this, and the Vetrimaran sense, intense feeling is also definitely there. It's the fun, especially that portion where he asked, "Did you go and ask?" And then the whole banter that happens with the police officer, right? That's that's the thing I'm talking about. It has both Selvaraghavan and Vetrimaran, but in a very Dhanush way also. Like Power Pandey, the people who watched it, they'll
Power
understand.
Pandey, did Dhanush write it?
Yeah.
It is written and directed by him. Look at the contrast in the two films then, man. Power Pandey is such a light-hearted, feel-good film.
But Dhanush is killing it. The visuals also, my God, visually also. Sun Pictures, like, as I told, never disappoints.
Yeah, I just really hope that, it gets enough promotions that the film works well. It shouldn't just, So what happened in the last few films, even with Sir and, Vati,
Captain Miller.
Captain Miller still got some limelight with the promotions, but Sir and Nane Varuve, it actually, there was close to no buzz before the release of the film.
Nane Varuve is...
It just came. I saw it on the theater with the big poster.
Nane Varuve first half is really good.
It is still a Dhanush film. It needs to have the hype.
He is now the Dhanush, so he deserves that kind of appreciation.
He was the best role in a...
We are also trying to see if we can get him for interview.
Film.
Please give us interview now. We want to talk a lot of things to all the people who made this film. It looks very interesting. So yes.
He is the main guy. He's the best character in a Joe and Anthony Russo film.
Yeah.
From Grey Man.
Yeah, somebody who can write Marvel. Yes, so everything is good. A.R. Rahman music is good. Cinematography is good. Editing also of the trailer is good. It's small, but
and it seems to have a little bit of, the sarcastic comedy as well. It's not going to be,
just
2.5 hours of gritty drama.
Yeah.
So great. There's some comic reliefs in between as well.
But if the drama clicks, I am really gonna like this movie. Like everybody, it's like the drama is that we are missing a lot of movies right now. There's so much over-the-top presentation. A lot of things are happening, but the core drama is the intensity in the drama.
The perfect amount of drama is missing. The balance is what I'd say.
Let's see if Dhanush will crack this with this or not. And this is our reaction to Raayan.
Yes.
And we liked it. What do you think about all that things we have spoken? Whatever is your opinion about the trailer, please mention that in the comments below. And as I previously mentioned, the official trailer is on Sun TV YouTube channel. Go check that out as well.
Yes.
And we have done a lot of trailer reactions also. Today we reacted to Kicha Sudeep Max. I have done a video on what went wrong with Shankar, and he did a video about Shivraj
Kumar,
We
who
went,
is
Indian to what went wrong. All those videos are on our channel.
just check our channel out.
You'll
You'll
understand.
find a lot of content about everything entertainment.
Yeah, go check it out. Put
Check
your
us out.
opinions. Let's talk about cinema.
Yes.
That's it for this video. We'll be back with another video. Until then, this is Maruti Acharya,
And I am Sanjay Ponappa.
and you're watching India Today SoSouth.
एक्सपर्ट असिस्टेड टैक्स फाइलिंग मिलेगी नो अपफ्रंट पेमेंट पहले फाइल करो फिर पे करो 24/7 सपोर्ट फाइलिंग के बाद भी
बड़ी ये सब कहाँ मिलेगा
ये सब एंड मच मोर ऑन टैक्स बडी
ये तो बढ़िया है
possessed by the fear of taxes visit tax buddy for all your tax compliance needs
ये लोग कौन है
Being a mom is the most amazing feeling, but it comes with its own set of challenges, like choosing between work and motherhood. Or so I thought. I think it was around the time when my son turned 2 in 2021 that Cognizant launched the returnship program to help professionals like myself get back to work. And when I received a welcoming message from Cognizant, I was so excited to get a chance to join back. Although a part of me was also nervous, but I took the leap. Returnship was an extensive program where we were upskilled by inspiring mentors, got involved in real-time projects, and worked with the latest tools and technologies. And then I was back in the game. During the early days, managing a toddler, taking care of aging parents, finding work-life balance, and giving my best was really challenging. But with my family by my side, the support of HR, my managers and mentors, I regained the confidence to not only restart my career but also follow my passion. And today I'm handling mobile smart tech projects where I'm leading a team of 33 and we are making businesses future ready. But the cherry on top, it was Dhruv's smile when I told him, "Look, Mama won a big award."
This is how we are empowering Sampurna and others to engineer the future.
Reducing the pension bill, was that the sole criteria, or was that the motivation to bring this? Answer is no. The defense services are not worried. The people sitting outside are worried who know little about where we are.
If there are second views about it, is there any scope for tinkering this?
Every scheme, there is a provision for review. I think this has been stated by the government. Raksha Mantri himself has said.
Because
does he automatically get permanent?
Whose son has died in action,
Absolutely.
Killed in action, for him it doesn't matter whether he was an Agniveer or a regular
Absolutely.
soldier.
And there would be reviews. I'm sharing with you. I hope the CDS doesn't get upset, but I'm sharing with you my discussion with CDS right in Feb.
Okay.
And he said, yes, these are issues that we need to modify further, and you, in time to come, you will see.
Can you please clear the air about this insurance and the compensation given to Agniveers?
Always the insurance amount gets credited first. The ex gratia and other amounts, there is a process, because if it is a battle casualty or if it is a physical casualty which is attributable, it is going from the government, and therefore it has to be established. It is no different in case of a normal soldier or Agniveer.
Okay.
It is exactly same.
Less training time, they would not be equipped or trained well enough to tackle the requirements of the battle zone.
Level of training for 6 months, when you go to the unit, the training continues. The Agniveer get integrated into the unit. That is where the real combat effectiveness builds up.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching or listening to another edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. The conversation today is all about the Agnipath or the Agniveer scheme. My colleague Ajit Dubey and I spoke with RKS Bhadoria, former Chief of Air Staff. Air Marshal Bhadoria has appeared on the ANI podcast in episode 104. That conversation was about Balakot and Galwan, politics on Rafale, and India-China standoff. Post-retirement, Air Marshal Bhadoria joined the BJP. Before we begin this conversation, here's a short brief on the Agnipath or the Agniveer scheme and the controversy around it. The Modi government in 2022 began a recruitment scheme for Indian youth to serve in the armed forces called the Agnipath. The youth selected under this scheme are known as Agniveers, who will serve the armed forces for a period of 4 years. After the 4 years in service, which could involve combat ops, all Agniveers go back to society to be enrolled in jobs in the private sector or public sector, armed with qualifications they picked up during their Agnipath years. Based on requirements and policies, Agniveers who have exited are offered an opportunity to apply for enrollment into regular cadre of the armed forces or paramilitary forces. Agniveers are also given a monthly package along with risk and hardship allowances as applicable in the three services. On completion of the engagement period of 4 years, Agniveers are given a one-time Seva Nidhi package. The opposition parties and a certain section of the population feel that the Agnipath scheme is unfair to the new recruits, that they do not get the benefits that should come their way, that the training is inadequate and it could create a militarized civil society. The Congress party and some others in the opposition have said that if they come to power, they will scrap the system of recruitment. Air Chief Marshal Bhadoria, thank you so much for joining the podcast. I want to begin by talking about the Agnipath scheme. It ran into controversy as soon as it was introduced, but now it's about compensation and insurance for soldiers who are killed in action. But before you answer that, I need to make it clear to our viewers and listeners who might not know that and wonder why I'm not using the word shaheed or martyr. These are terms which are not included in the Indian Armed Forces lexicon. The term which is used is killed in action. So that's what I want to use, and that's what we will talk about in this podcast. So, sir, can you please clear the air about this insurance and the compensation given to Agniveers who are killed in action?
No, I think the recent controversy has been around financial, whatever payments have been made, whether it is made or not. So very clearly, the status that I took.
बारिश हो या ना हो, अब अपना ब्लड टेस्ट करो कभी भी। न्यूबर्ग डायग्नोस्टिक्स, हेल्थ को आसानी से ना लो, टेस्ट आसानी से करो। न्यूबर्ग है ना।
And Army has also released a media brief that 98.391 lakh have been paid. So this is primarily the insurance from the government of India, and there is a DSP account with the bank which kind of ensures that payment also goes 50 lakh, 48 from the government of India. So that has already been cleared. And all the final settlement of account that takes place, you have to wait for all the paperwork to be over. And for that, one of the critical things is the police report. Based on that final adjudication takes place, that it is battle casualty attributable. Unless that attributability comes, the ex gratia cannot be paid. From the Central Welfare Fund, Army Welfare Fund.
So who does that?
So that is a complete process. Ministry of Defense does it, but it is also dependent on the reports that come from police. In this case, JNK police will send the report. I think that those actions should have been completed. It was in the final stages, as I knew last week, and some more money will get transferred. That would be ex gratia from the Army Central Welfare Fund and his balance of payment for the unserved portion and Seva Nidhi package. So overall 67 odd lakhs for the will go. So total emoluments that his next of kin will get is of the order of 1.65 crores. So these are the hard facts. And I think there was again some controversy regarding, oh, this is insurance, it is no. In case of Agniveer in particular, the insurance is paid by the government of India. The Agniveers don't even contribute.
So you mean, sir, the premium is paid
Yeah,
The premium is paid by the government.
No, in case of a regular soldier, for example, if you take a
Every
soldier
month
today,
from his salary.
every month roughly about 5,000 gets cut.
Like the pension of any government
So
officer.
you are into a contributory insurance scheme.
Okay.
In all three services. So roughly, let's say 5,000 per month at Sipahi level gets charged, and 60,000 per year, and you get insured. The insurance figures are little different in the three services, but of the order of around 50 lakhs.
Okay.
50 to 60 lakh is the insured figure for Sipahis. That is contributory. In case of Agniveers, they don't contribute. Government of India pays the insurance, the entire 48 lakhs, should something happen. And in this case, that is the case.
Okay.
So it must be clearly understood. It is from the government that this insurance amount has come for 48 lakhs.
I guess I don't want to specifically go into one case. The controversy also is that from the very beginning, this thing of why the delay in giving compensation to the Agniveers or others also, in for that matter, this whole process of verification, going for you keep hearing about that in the social media too.
Okay, I'll explain that. Whenever such a incident happens and somebody loses life, in all cases, whether it is battle casualty, whether it is physical casualty, attributable, non-attributable, always the insurance amount gets credited straight away. So there are processes. For example, if in the case of a normal soldier, group insurance schemes, when they credit, they have their own policies. They'll normally credit 50% straight away within 24 or 48 hours. And then they will meet the family and ask, how would you like the rest? In your name, in children's name, whatever, in fixed deposit.
That
so
also is a little bit of a sticking point, isn't it? Like,
it
who
is not
is
a
the
sticking,
next of kin?
No, next of kin is very clearly defined. Next of kin is in the papers. There is no confusion on that.
Okay.
So only in the next of kin account can the money go, and there is a lot of financial prudence guidance that is given to the family, because many of the soldiers' family would need that. So that is also provided by the insurance company, by our own officers and men who are dealing with it.
Okay.
Always the insurance amount gets credited first. The ex gratia and other amounts, there is a process, because if it is a battle casualty or if it is a physical casualty which is attributable, it is going from the government, and therefore it has to be established. That process of establishment has a certain guideline. The post-mortem report should come, all the incident reports, the court of inquiry, the report from the police. I'm talking of the major things. So that process needs to be completed. It is no different in case of a normal soldier or Agniveer. It is exactly same.
That is important.
And
that
how
is
long
important.
does it take, sir?
No, normally it should not take very long. But I would say 2 to 3 months it does take, because there is an inquiry involved.
Okay, so now why is this not informed to the next of kin, the parents, the wife, or the siblings? If this is explained, then the family at least doesn't feel left in the lurch or nervous that maybe they're not going to get it.
No, I don't think that is the case.
Because that's what happened in this case also, where the parents
I don't think so. I don't think so. Every unit takes great care. They are at pains to be in touch with the family. There are always some people who are with the family, and they explain at length. Now you must just imagine a family which has gone through this trauma, a lot of people interacting, a lot of people advising. So it is that sense of confusion that is being created. I just cannot believe that the unit and the army people concerned have not informed the next of kin in detail.
Okay.
It is not possible. Just take it from me. It is just not possible. And the unit from where this Agniveer and he lost his life, that unit is deeply involved.
Okay.
It's always the case.
Okay.
The unit, and they will continue to hold the family's hand. There is a lot of life that needs to be tackled after the initial shock is over, and that gets tackled by the unit.
So there was this spar between opposition leader of the opposition in Parliament, Rahul Gandhi, and the Raksha Mantri, and in that debate, Rajnath Singh ji said, and I quote, "The Agniveer scheme was brought in after taking suggestions from 158 organizations." The opposition, meanwhile, claims that many top officers.
संडे हो या मंडे। अब अपना हेल्थ चेकअप करो कभी भी। न्यूबर्ग डायग्नोस्टिक्स, हेल्थ को आसानी से ना लो, टेस्ट आसानी से करो। न्यूबर्ग है ना।
Who don't want to be named. Some are going public, some are not. They were against the Agnipath scheme right from the beginning. Now, were the armed forces and the Jawans taken in their opinions taken into consideration before the scheme was launched? And subsequently, if there have been any doubts, is there a feedback mechanism?
And sir, you were in chair as Chief of Air Staff when the discussions were being held for the implementation of the scheme.
Yeah, so let me explain this. The discussions on this scheme were very, very lengthy and very detailed. Okay, it started with a certain proposal, and thereafter it was discussed at length. If I have to put a period to this, it was, if I remember correctly, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. So this was, everything was debated. Now, when you talk about senior officers were not or were against or were not in favor, that is not the case. The case is when this scheme gets discussed, for example, how would we tackle the technical Agniveers? Should their number of years be longer? Should the percentage be higher of retention of technical people? That was one of our initial thought process, because Air Force is highly technical, Navy is highly technical from that sense. But even the Army today, we can't say is not technical. They also have a lot of requirement of highly technical equipment. So these were the areas where a lot of discussion and debate took place. All three services, all the concerned people were involved. Chiefs were personally involved.
So
and all the departments of the three services were involved.
Okay.
What they're talking of, that other organizations, etc., that were discussed, once the basic format was made, the whole paper was circulated to various other departments and their inputs were taken. So it is not to say that it wasn't discussed, inputs were not taken, all the government departments were consulted. Obviously, a scheme like this needs inputs from all the departments.
Okay, civilian as well as military.
Civilian as well as military.
And paramilitary was also taken?
Of course. It goes to all the departments. For example, when it goes to Home Ministry, all the paramilitary related inputs come from them.
Because at that time, we were told that many of them, once they finish, once the Agniveers finish with their tour of duty, they can be absorbed in paramilitary forces, or they can apply to the vacancies in paramilitary forces.
Absolutely. This was also part of the discussion, that upfront we should be able to say this, and all the three services were keen that this provision of what happens to the 75% people who do not become permanent, what is the plan for that. And that is where all these discussions were also, points were also taken, that there should be a certain percentage fixed reserved in CAPF. There should be some intake process in the DPSUs. We should discuss with corporate sectors that they should give them priority. So in all the government organization and non-government organizations, there should be an element of how these Agniveers who go out after 4 years, how will they get absorbed?
Bro, I think Dhanush is our generation's Kamal Hassan.
That is quite the comparison. What makes you say that?
I have a theory. I will tell you once the trailer reaction is, like, in the trailer reaction. So, hello guys. Welcome to another episode of SoSouth Reacts. This is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And today we are going to react to the trailer of Raayan, Dhanush's most awaited upcoming movie, starring Dhanush, Sundeep Kishan, Prakash Raj, Suryah, lot of them.
Many people. It seems like there's a lot of scope for characters in this. It's not just a hero worshipping film.
Yes. And the movie is directed by Dhanush, music by A.R. Rahman, and movie is produced by Kalanidhi Maran, that is Sun Pictures. And the official trailer will be on Sun Pictures YouTube channel, so please do check the official trailer as well. But Dhanush is not new as in the director's chair, because we have already seen Papandi, Power Pandi before, and I personally like that movie. So I'm very excited about the director Dhanush as well. And the posters, everything looks very interesting.
Right.
So without delaying, let's get to the trailer.